I was sitting there doing my workout today and kind of had an epiphany. I was trying to think about like where I've been and where I've gotten, where I am now and what got me there. And yesterday when I went and got my nails done, I was listening to an audiobook, Atomic Habits, which if you guys haven't listened to that book, it is phenomenal. And I'm only in like a couple chapters in. But they talk about this whole concept of just getting 1% better every day.
Hmm.
And it made me really journal this morning and think, what in the world, like, what am I not doing in my business that I need to be doing? And what can I be doing to just get 1% better at that every day until I get to where I need to be? So, most of our calls that I think Matt can attest to this and Audra can attest to this, when we talk about things on these calls, we're doing one of two things. Either we've had people, our coaching clients, come to us and say something like kind of bring to light some struggles that agents are having in their industry, or we're literally holding a mirror up to ourselves and giving you guys a TED talk for our own benefit, like to remind ourselves to do the things that we need to do. So we're not perfect. We are all human. A lot of times we can excel in things and take, like that whole one step forward, two steps back. For whatever reason, we tend to self-sabotage. So a lot of times when we're talking to you guys, it's truly like we're talking to ourselves too. We need to hold ourselves more accountable. So with that being said, I'm going to put in this group, our Facebook group. It's in the chat. And I want you guys to all make sure that you go and get on that group because we're going to make a post after this today. And we're going to hold each other accountable to doing the things that we need to do so that we can all get 1% better. And I want to kind of mastermind around the things that you guys aren't doing that you need to be doing, set some goals around what you commit to do. And then we're going to put it in that post and we're going to have you guys, we're going to help hold you guys accountable to that because accountability is huge. Like I talked about with Matt, I wouldn't have got out of my comfort zone had Matt not forced me to. Forced is probably the wrong word, but encouraged me to. And so I'm going to encourage you guys to get out of your comfort zone and we're going to hold you accountable. Just to make sure that you do the things that you know you need to do to be successful. So for me
Hmm.
personally, the one thing I need to do that I know I need to do, I keep hearing this over and over and over again. I need to pick up the phone more often and call people. I hate picking up the phone. It makes me so uncomfortable. I just have this mind block around I am bothering people. I am not, instead of switching, seeing what I truly believe in my heart, I provide value to others and I have a gift to give them. I see that people don't like me. People are going to be annoyed by me. People aren't going to want to talk to me. So I'm committing. For me right now, I'm making very few phone calls a day. So I'm committing to make 10 phone calls the next 3 days. So by Friday, I'm going to have 30 phone calls in. And if I don't, you guys can all call me out publicly. But I know that's what I need to do to grow my business. So that's my thing. I would love if you guys could kind of pop on and tell me what is it that you aren't doing right now that you know you need to do? And what's a 1% goal that you could make over the next 3 days to just take action and get that done? And I'm feeling like I'm following Matt's footsteps. I'm on number 2 of my pre-workout. So I'm feeling like kind of spicy today and ready to call you out. So you guys can either volunteer. I'm literally going to like call your names out.
I'll go ahead and volunteer then. I don't like to be called out. Um, so something that I used to do very, very well, and I have gotten out of the habit and I've tried to pick it back up and I just haven't stuck to it very well. Matt and I have talked about it in my coaching calls, but my time blocking and sticking with my calendar has been a struggle over the past month and a half, 2 months. So I sat down this morning. I mean, I've got it planned out. It's just sticking with it. And so I sat down this morning and I was like, okay, I'm not veering from this. So for the accountability piece, I'll post a picture of it in the comments on that post. So that way y'all can see my time block and see that I'm doing it. And at any point, you're welcome to send me a message and ask me if I'm actually doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing at that time. But that, man, whenever I was doing it really well, it totally changed my life. And I just got with all the transition and stuff in my life over the past couple months, I just got out of the habit. And I feel it in everything. And I've got to start doing that again.
It is crazy to me. I know Matt says this all the time. Like, I don't remember the exact like verbiage he uses, but basically, like, using your calendar is actually giving you freedom. You feel like it's restricting you, but it actually allows you to do more.
Yes, so much more. You have more time than you think that you had. You're more productive. And right now I've just been feeling like I'm just all over the place and ugh, blah,
Blah.
blah. Exactly.
All right. So you're going to post a picture by Friday with your updates on what you're going to do. Awesome. Anybody else want to volunteer before I call you out? Angela?
Well, we talked about this the other week or the
Yeah.
other day. I need to add like 10 leads a day. Well, actually not 10 leads a day. I'm going to be cleaning up my database 10 people at a time because I mean they're just people I haven't talked to forever and they may have already bought and sold. Ouch. And however, I'm going to do it. And I mean, I've got people that I've bought and sold with in the last 2 years. They're not in my database. Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. That's insane. So, and I'll just, I'm not sure how to post that. Like my
I
spreadsheet or
think,
something like that.
yeah, or you just post on Friday and let us know. Like post everybody go in and
Post
post
what I'm going to do.
a goal on that feed and then come
Okay.
back on Friday and tell us if you did it or not.
Okay.
Uh
Great.
yeah, and I think Angela, you're a phenomenal agent.
Thank
You
you.
provide a lot of value to your clients. So if you don't have them in your database, that's just foolish because those people want to work with you
Yeah.
if they remember that you're in the business.
I still talk to them. It's just they're not in my database. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. It's silly. But I think, getting them in a CRM, doing my, one thing at a time, but getting them in my CRM, doing my campaigns, blah, blah, blah. I've got someone helping me with that too. So that's nice.
Yeah. So 30 by Friday, you're going to have 30 cleaned
30.
up. All right.
Yes, 30 cleaned up. Ooh, wow. Oh, that kind of scared me a little bit there.
It's 10 a day. That takes you less than an hour. You got it. You got
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Something interesting about the calendars, just a perspective, right? When you take a look at your calendar, what are the time blocks that you have the most challenge maintaining? And I guarantee you, it's not a buyer presentation, a listing appointment, picking up your kids from school, taking your spouse to the doctor, or otherwise. So when other people are counting on you, you never let them down. But when you block something on your calendar that's supposed to be for you and your business, we let ourselves down all the time. Stop putting yourself last.
So true. I feel like I need to get one of those little podcast boards so we can have some sound effects when you do that. Like,
Oh, like Brad Lee when he's like dropping bombs, like
yeah, yeah. Woo! That's like so true. So true.
I just need a screenshot of that face that you just made and like blow it up on my wall and hang it up here. It says, stop putting yourself last. So I
Yes.
see it all the time.
That's definitely
we don't need any angry Matt faces.
It was a good face. It wasn't an angry face. It was I mean business face.
So I'll share a target for myself as well. So last week I had 2 appointments, meeting with some friends and possible associates in the future. And I was just kind of sharing with them some of the things that I'm working on. And what was fascinating, they don't know each other, and they know me a little bit or enough, right? And as I was sharing with them some of the things I'm really passionate about and working on, they both said 5 days apart, I would have never known that about you. You don't share this on your social media. Like, I know you like pickles and disc golf right now. That's about like that's what I know. You like pickles and disc golf and you're a family guy, but like I don't know you're writing a book, and I don't know that you're here to like save marriages and relationships. And I know I didn't know that like this, and this. And I was like, huh, that's thank you. I received that. Let me process that. So my goal for Friday is to come up with some type of cadence of accountability around letting people behind the curtain a little bit more. So documenting and sharing more. What that looks like exactly, I'm not sure. It's going to be at least an additional 2 times a week.
So can I call my 2 partners out right now too? They're gonna
Yes.
add one more.
Oh shoot! Ah, I've owed you a video for a week right now, and I'm sorry I'm holding you back, and you will have it. Dang it!
Love it
Dang
today.
it! Dang it! Dang it!
Here's the thing. We are working on releasing our first class or course for our app that we have that's called Lead Gen Launch. And it's basically around lead generation. So we're going to talk about different things with mindset and the 4 pillars of lead generation. And then there's going to be a tracking tool in there for lead generation. And because you guys showed up today, I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. If you text me your email address, I will give you a code so you can get that cast for free and not have to pay for it. And we'll go on a journey together of holding each other accountable and doing the lead gen and doing the things we need to do. As long as my partners get me their course, their 2 videos, and we get it live, we can start that next Monday.
Okay.
You see why I wanted to do the call now, Matt?
Bruh.
Oh.
Hey, it takes what it takes. Fair. I owe you. I am out of integrity, and I'm not okay with it.
All right, who else has a goal?
I do. I need to contact 10 clients that bought or sold to me 5 years or more in the past. So I need in the next 3 days, 10 a day.
10 a day. So you're at 32.
Also, yes.
Perfect. All right, who else has one? We still got 8 minutes left.
So
You
I'm
don't get
struggling
to-
with goals for this week because I have so much going on. So I don't know what to put on that I can get done by Friday.
Can I challenge you or push on you just a little, Dan?
No, yes, of course, Michelle. Go for
So
it.
when I came over at first, when I switched brokerages, I was so focused on getting everything ready that my lead gen just got pushed to the side. And then I went on that roller coaster of that feast and famine, right? So like I was definitely like famine, no deals. So I would encourage you, even though you want to do all the things to get set up, still do your lead generation, even if it's in just like a small portion, because you need to get things moving and have them continue moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm struggling though, because I've always done, well, not always, for a while now, I've done a lot of lead gen. So it feels, maybe I'm putting it on myself. It feels like not doing what I've done puts a lot of pressure on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I also know I can't get it all done. So that's why I'm struggling with like, what do I put as a goal when
Are you doing
normally,
are you-
normally I do like, I knew somewhere between 80 to 100 calls a week
Yeah.
is my normal.
Nice.
And now I'm like not getting there. So I want to, but I also, yeah. So there's my struggle.
What, how many calls have you done this week?
Maybe 30, maybe.
Okay.
So
You're 50 away from your normal minimum.
yeah. And there's things that I have in the next 3 days. There are some things I have to get done for EXP that I can't, it has to be done by Friday. So
Yeah. Nope. I get that. I think getting your business up is super important. But I mean, if you've made 30 calls already, you've made essentially 10 a day. We're in day
Yeah.
15 a day. I mean, what's stopping you from just continuing that and being good with that? Like, and then committing to jumping back onto your normal 80 to 100 next week. But like, just pick a number and commit to what you're going to do and do it.
So what if I say, okay, I'll do those. Plus I have a video I have to get out by Friday.
There you go.
So,
There
okay.
you go. Yeah. Something that stretches you a little bit is good. Like we're just looking for the 1%.
Cool. Thank you.
I have a goal.
Yeah.
I want to start posting on social media about how I'm a real estate agent. I guess I just got to figure out what to post.
Don't So if you haven't sent me your email already, go ahead and do that, because I do one of the free bonus courses that we have as part of this lead gen launch is a social media. Like I talk for like 25 minutes about what I do for social media, how to build relationships on social media.
Okay.
That might help. And then we are like, I would just say, get yourself out there, just start getting out there, be messy about it. You're not going to feel comfortable. It's not going to be perfect. Your
Yeah.
audience doesn't want you to be perfect. So just figure out like, how many posts are you going to do a day? How many videos can you do this week? Like what would be something that is more than what you're doing currently?
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And then put those in the group so that we can hold you accountable. But I would say if you're not posting at all, maybe you start with a post and a story and a reel. You know, a variety of things. I don't know what platform you're on too. I'm kind of old, so I lean towards Facebook. But
I'm on both, on Facebook
okay.
and Instagram.
Yeah. And so I think just you have to put a number on it, because you won't
Okay.
do it, or you'll do it a lower scale if you don't actually put a number or a target to reach, but do something by Friday, do many somethings by Friday on social media. And I'm
Okay.
happy to chat with you if you want some ideas too. You can give me a
Okay.
call or give me a text. My number's in the chat.
I just texted you. I have a 917 number.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we've got 4 minutes. Mike, I see you smiling.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
So I too, I think with the lead gen, for me, I've only done like 10 this week. So, I really should be doing that. And that's been a constant struggle for me. So I would say that, I would go with 10 a day by the end of the week. Cause I know I've been finding myself, making myself busy, not to, with other things that are not as important because they don't generate the income. So I would say lead gen,
Perfect.
and so
What's your
30 by the end of the week.
30?
30 more. Yeah, 30 more.
So 31 by the end of the week. I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah.
Power of one more.
Power of one more. There you go. I love it. I love it. Well, Alan, how about you?
Hey, say the best for last, right? So this is good timing because I'm at the beginning of my third 12-week year, and I'm actually setting my goals for the next year. So I will post those by the end of the week.
Awesome.
And I know because I'm shifting from writer to realtor. For those of you that know that I'm also an author, I can only work on one high priority project at a time. So follow-ups and calls, like you, Michelle, and we've had this discussion, that's my kryptonite. So I'm gonna work through that. But I got some pretty audacious goals, and I'm using Ed Milet's method. So I've also turned my goal planning on its head the way I usually do it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying a whole new method here. So I'll post that by the end of the week.
Perfect.
So everybody can laugh, because then I know I got good goals, right?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's just about speaking your goals out loud or
Yeah.
letting other people know that makes you really do it. People probably get annoyed by some of my posts on Facebook, but honestly, it's a way for me to hold myself accountable to the things that I need to do. That's what I do. I'm going to put a link in the comments too for our book, our leveraged agent book suggestions. There's a book on there called Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. So if you guys are planning on making phone calls and you're like, what in the world do I say? Get that book. It gives you scripts for all the different scenarios. And it's a good kind of jumping off point to help you figure out what you need to say on these conversations. Does anybody else want to share their goals? The faceless people, Leslie and iPhone. Gonna assume if they don't unmute, they're not gonna. Okay. That is it. Matt, did you have anything to add before we run? Actually, he's I got his face, so we'll see if he's even. He's gone. We're gonna. Oh, there you are.
I'm
There
here
you are.
like I'm here. I apparently jumped into a cell phone spot where everything's working because like all the messages are hitting me right now.
Oh,
That's why my face turned off because 72 people want to talk. What do I have to add? What do I have to add is this, right? Like, so how can you take this? How can you take this exercise not casually? And what do you got to do to make it a non-negotiable? We do this often. We set challenges and goals, and I mean, if we pull up the stats, 40% of us get close, and then we got all these great reasons, and then we jump off the call for a few weeks and then come back. So don't do that. Do your thing. Do what you said. Do what you committed to. Push yourself.
yes. You guys have got this. All right. That's what we got for Conversations That Convert today. We will see you guys on Friday.